Hello my dudes, and welcome back to another video. My name is Sienna and I make Animal Crossing New Horizons and other cozy gaming content here on YouTube. And today we're playing Happy Home Paradise, which I'm super excited about. I feel like I've neglected HHP for quite a while, and I'm back today for a very good reason. I am here to make Isabelle a vacation home. I feel like if any NPC in the game deserves a nice, safe space, it's Isabelle. She takes care of us and she does so much work, unlike some other NPCs that I know. But yeah, I feel like she just deserves to have a nice little vacation home, so that's what I'm doing today. The overall vibe of her vacation home was going to be very gardeny, very planty, have lots of greenery and stuff, just a lot of growing plants in the area. So I chose a house in cherry blossom season because I felt like that just fit the best. And before we go on, I did just want to say that I edited this video a little bit differently than normal. Usually when I'm posting HHP builds, I cut out a lot. I'll cut out places where I'm kind of just thinking, I'll edit out imperfections in the build, whatever. So today I just wanted to have like this raw build right here. When I was building this, I didn't have any rhyme or reason to what I was placing, where I was placing it. I didn't really have a plan going into this. So I just thought that this would be a nice video to show you kind of my process when I'm decorating. Imperfections and all, pauses and all, indecisiveness and all, everything. It's gonna be everything. I just wanted to say that because this build might be a little bit more chaotic than normal. So anyway, with that out of the way, I started putting in some dirt patches here on Isabelle's exterior to make a few little garden spots. I'm just gonna let you vibe to this music while I kind of decorate for a little bit. This is by Demongummies, in case you wanted to check them out. They have some of the best lo-fi I've ever heard, so enjoy that. Also, you can go ahead and ignore the bottom left plant spot. That little gardening spot does not stay there. I replace it with a picnic area later, so just, yeah, ignore that. To match the little gardening theme that we have going on outside, I put some stacked bags, shovels, and watering cans just to add a bit more detail around. I feel like every time I do any little gardening spots like these, I always put a shovel in at least one of them. Like I said in the beginning, I did not have a plan going into this, so I'm just winging it. Honestly, I'm just winging it. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point, but just bear with me, trust the process. I feel like the end, it looks pretty cute. I'm very happy with how it turned out, so just stay with me here. I have this brick path that's kind of outlined with little daisies, little flowers. So if I can find the creator code, I'll go ahead and put that on the screen right now. And if not, I'll put a similar one up just so that you could have something that you could use if you like the way that this looks. At this point, everything was a little bit too brown toned for me. I really wanted a bright, springy look, so I changed the staircases. As you could see, I changed it to this white log variant, and then you'll see me putting in a picnic blanket instead of the left dirt patch, which I think helped to brighten up the area a lot. And it also just, picnic spots are just so good. Like, if you ever need to add anything to a build to just like make it pop, add a picnic spot. You can never go wrong. I'm a firm believer in this. Picnic spots are superior. Picnic spot supremacy. Love it. Love it. With Isabelle's exterior, I feel like my brain was all over the place. There were so many furniture items that I wanted to add, but there wasn't that much space. I don't know why, I just felt like this was a smaller exterior than normal. Like I felt like I just couldn't do what I wanted to do with it. I still think it ended up looking pretty cute and full and whatnot, but there were definitely a lot more details that I wanted to add to this. I have a question for you real quick. If you regularly use the bistro tables in your builds, what chair do you use with them? Because I can't find any matching chair other than the metal and wood chair that I use, and I'm getting a little bit tired of using the same chair over and over again. So drop in the comments what chair you use with the bistro table, because I no idea. Brain empty, head no thoughts. So we're nearing the end of the exterior building process. I'm just adding a few more small details like bug models, books, just little filler items. If you've seen my channel before, you know that I decorate in a very, very natural and simple way. So I'm very drawn to all the log items. So I do use some of the log stakes and one of the log stools. I don't know why, just like the whole naturey vibe, I'm so drawn to it. I feel like it's just, that's the way that I'm kind of called to decorate. So I don't know. I've debated trying to decorate my actual like in real life house that way, but also like nice wood furniture is kind of expensive. I've seen like wood plank tables for so expensive and it's kind of ridiculous. So that's probably the only hindrance to why my house does not look very woodsy and foresty, is because it costs a lot of money. But of course, Isabelle gets her vacation home for free, so we could do whatever style we want. We could, all the quality wood. Isabelle gets any kind of wood quality. What am I saying? Isabelle gets whatever she wants is what I'm trying to say. Is that clear? Isabelle's an angel, that's all. I don't know why, but for some reason, to me, Isabelle seems like she'd be a very early riser, so I set the time of her vacation home to like very early in the morning. I don't know if this is like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. vibes in game, but after we did that, the exterior was finished and we get to get started with the interior. So like our gardeny outside area, I wanted Isabelle's interior to be very planty and floral and greenery inspired, greenery filled. However you say it, I wanted her space to be filled with plants. She seems like a plant person. Like, she would take such good care of plants. Meanwhile, I can't keep a single plant alive. But Isabelle would have so many that are just like thriving in her space. So that's what I decided to go with. I love this windowed wallpaper that we chose, but it was a little bit much. So the main wall in the back, I ended up just changing to a plain white plank wall so that the whole room wasn't just window, window, window. Do you know what I mean? I actually really don't have that much to say about the interior for a little bit, so I once again am just gonna let you enjoy the music for a couple of minutes and I'll come back a little bit later. It was at this point during the build that I finally started to get the hang of the space that we were decorating. I understood the vibes that I was going for. I understood how it was all going to hopefully flow together in the end. I feel like up until that point, like I really didn't know what I was doing. None of the furniture items were really working for me. I had to switch a lot of stuff in and out, but here we are. We got the hang of it. It's looking okay. It's looking all right. I always like to add these really tall shelves to the interior builds that I do, just because I feel like it gives the room so much more dimension, and it just, I don't know. I love placing these shelves and wall items and ceiling items. I just love how real and lived in the homes look when you put items like that in them. I probably should have said this earlier, but I totally forgot. So the reason that I didn't make Isabelle's house any bigger, I kind of just kept the dimensions that it gave us, is because I wanted it to feel quaint and cozy. So the space is gonna look very, very crowded. It's gonna look a bit chaotic and messy, just because I feel like that's where Isabelle's brain would be at. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if Isabelle had a vacation home, she would definitely take some work home with her. And so her space would get a little bit chaotic. It'd be a little bit cluttered and stuff, but that's, that's okay. We stan a productive queen. I absolutely love these hanging shelves. I think they're so versatile and they can fit in literally any kind of space that you want them to. And of course, because they do have plants on them and it fits like the woodsy, cozy vibe, they obviously fit in Isabelle's vacation home. Those shelves are definitely my most used ceiling items when I'm decorating interiors, closely followed by the hanging vines and the hanging glowing moss. I just think they're all such pretty items. What about you? What's your go-to ceiling item in game? The aesthetic is definitely coming together in this room. I personally love this. I know this isn't going to be everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody likes all the plant items in game. Not everybody likes a good cluttered room, which is totally fine. We all have our own way of playing, our own way of decorating, our own way of doing literally everything in game. But I personally think that the vibes in here are immaculate. Obviously, I always think that I could have decorated a little bit better, could have done something differently, whatever. But overall, I really like how this room turned out. I did try really, really hard to give Isabelle a nice space, and I am pretty happy with how it ended up looking. Recently, every time I decorate a space, whether it's an HHP or on my actual island, I try to talk about it in a more positive light than I normally would. I think I used to be so negative just on myself and on my builds, and I always used to compare my builds to everybody else's, and I was like, oh, mine's not as good as this person's. Why can't mine look like this? What am I doing wrong? And I was just really like down on myself, which made playing the game not so fun. But ever since I kind of just started building for myself and just building spaces that I like, it really is just a game changer doing that. So 10 out of 10 would recommend building just for you, not caring about what anybody else thinks. Just do you. Just do you. You got this. I believe in you. We are coming to the end of this build. I'm just placing a couple last minute items, and after that I'll give you the final little tour and we'll do the whole little video montage thing that HHP always does, and it'll be a fun time. So here is Isabelle's vacation home. This is the exterior. The video montage I'm gonna do from the inside just because I thought it would be a little bit cuter, but here it is. I think it looks pretty cute. I ended up calling it Isabelle's garden because it did have a heavy plant theme and I just thought it was really cute. Here is the little slideshow of the inside. I don't love the shots they took. I think it was a bit hard because there were very limited spaces for Isabelle actually to go because of how crowded it was. But here, you can take a look at it anyway. This right here, Isabelle spraying the flowers, that is the savior of this little slideshow. And even though the montage isn't great, Isabelle looks like she's having a good time, and that's really all that matters, right? This is all for Isabelle, so as long as she's happy, I'm happy. I hope you enjoyed the speed build of Isabelle's vacation home. I had a really, really fun time building it, so I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you have any other NPCs or specific villagers that you'd like me to make a vacation home for, drop it down in the comments. Let me know who you want to see. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Just before we end, I do want to mention I do have an in real life vlogging channel, so if you would like to subscribe to that, it is simply Siana. I'll link that channel down in the description. I do squishmallow hunts, vlogs, stuff like that over there, so subscribe if you'd like to. Again, I really, really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and I will see you very, very soon in the next one. Until then, stay safe and take care. Bye!